Owning a bunch of companies does not make sense unless you do this thing first. What's up, y'all? It's AJ Simmons with the Clean Biz Network. Today I'm going to talk about serial entrepreneurs, okay? I'm going to tell you something about serial entrepreneurs. A lot of times, being a serial entrepreneur really means that you do a whole lot of nothing. Let me break it down, okay? You know these people that they own a cleaning company, they might own a nail shop, they have a car wash, and they do real estate on the side, right? So be careful with following these types of people, okay? And let me explain. And by the way, I speak from experience. I've been down this road before, okay? Like I tell y'all from my mistakes and my successes and try to teach you from both. Don't be no serial entrepreneur, y'all. Here's the thing. If you, let's say you own a cleaning company, okay? Because this is the Clean Biz Network. If you own a cleaning company, you should not, let me rephrase that because I can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do. But I don't recommend that you do anything else until you do this one thing, and that's get the company on autopilot, okay? Until you can get that company making you money passively. Once that company is making you money passively, then you can start to invest in other companies if you wish to. But if that company is not passive, you should shut down everything else. Whatever, if you got a bunch of companies right now, because I know a lot of people probably listening to this probably make money in multiple ways. If you make money in multiple different ways right now, you need to focus on the one that makes the most money until you can get it passive. Once you get it passive, then you go to the next thing that you want to do, make that passive, and then you can go to the next thing that you want to do and make that passive. If the income streams are not passive, you're probably wasting your time and effort, okay? Because the time, Tyler Perry said it best. If you got a bunch of seeds and you got one pail of water, if you sprinkle a little bit of that pail of water on every little seed, you can't grow none of the seeds, okay, into trees. But if you pour all of that pail of water on that one seed can grow into a tree. And then out of that tree, it'll branch off, okay? You can get branches. That's what you want. You want different branches, streams of income, right? But if you keep trying to start a company, starting a company is not no fucking joke, y'all. It's not no joke. If you have a cleaning company, but you the only one cleaning, you maybe and some friends you pay under the table, that's not a cleaning company, okay? You're self-employed and you clean buildings, but that's not really a cleaning company, okay? Even if you got an LLC, if you got to be physically there to make it happen, it's not a company yet. You know what I mean? You're still in that startup phase. You're building it up into a business. It's not a business yet, okay? So until you get that company into a business, you shouldn't be doing anything else. Don't be trying to study a bunch of other stuff until you turn that thing onto a business. I've done this, y'all, and I've murdered my productivity by doing this. Yes, I get a lot of different checks from a lot of different places, but a lot of my checks could be a lot bigger than what they are right now if I wasn't spreading myself so thin, okay? So I'm telling you from my mistakes, put all your eggs in one basket. Bet on yourself, okay? Put your eggs in that cleaning company if you already got it. Especially a lot of the friends. I meet so many. Matter of fact, not even so many. Every single franchise owner that I meet, cleaning business franchise owner that I meet, they say, oh yeah, but you know this ain't my only thing. See, I got a so-and-so company on the side. Oh, I got this on the side. I got that. And it's like, you think that's impressive. And I thought it was impressive in the beginning too. You go listen to some of my interviews on different podcasts and stuff. I couldn't wait to get up there and say, oh yeah, I do YouTube and I do real estate and I'm an author. I wrote a book and I got a cleaning company. And just trying to name every damn thing, right? Thinking that's impressive when in reality you hustling backwards as hell if that shit ain't on autopilot. You know what I mean? That's why you look at guys like Jay-Z, you look at guys like Diddy, you look at guys like all the different people, LeBron James, all of these different people who have multiple companies. But don't you realize that the one constant in all of that is the fact that these people are not the ones that have to perform the work in that company? Yes, like look at Jay-Z. He just took the job for Puma, right, as the president. He can't take that job if he's actively working in Tidal. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to run Tidal. He don't set up the app. He doesn't have to do the SEO for that. That whole thing is a machine that runs on its own without him. He just has equity in that company. He goes to monthly board meetings, quarterly board meetings. That's probably about all he has to do for that company. So until you can get that one first company set up to run on autopilot, you shouldn't be touching other companies, okay? Now it's one thing when you setting up different niches within your current company. I can understand that. So if you got a commercial cleaning company, you want to add residential services on, that makes sense, okay? Even if you want to add on some building maintenance, maybe even lawn care. Now lawn care, that's a completely different industry, so it's kind of a stretch, but I can see that still being within the same company, okay? But you don't want to leave one company. You don't want to be doing a bunch of different things if you ain't got that first thing on lock and rolling first, okay? So that's the message that I really want to give to you today. When you hear people and they say, oh, I do this, I do that, I do that, you gotta do a little bit of everything. Remember, the key is a little bit. They do a little bit of everything, okay? So all of those things that they naming, they do a little bit of that. They might even be very knowledgeable on every subject. I'm very knowledgeable about real estate, but at the end of the day, I still ain't got one property. You know what I mean? I'm very knowledgeable about a lot of different things. But the truth is, the only thing that I've mastered is commercial cleaning, okay? Because that's the one thing that I got on autopilot, okay? And then if you look at all of my other streams of income, and if you want to know my streams of income, you can look up AJ Simmons 8 income streams, okay? It'll come up on YouTube. But if you look at the other income streams that I have, they're all passive, okay? Most of the things that I do don't require me to actively be involved. Like even YouTube, even though I make YouTube videos almost every day and I try to upload frequently, I don't have to make YouTube videos anymore in order to get a check. My check might go down if I stop, but they'll still keep coming because people are still going to watch the videos that are there because it's evergreen content, which means that it's always going to be relevant, or at least be relevant for a long time. Somebody's going to always want to know how to start a cleaning company, and I have a video on that, you know, and all the different topics. So that's why I do a lot of how-to, because it's evergreen content and it'll generate money even when I don't promote it, even when I stop recording videos altogether, okay? So that's what you want to try to do with your companies. Make those things run on autopilot, and that's why I recommend to people all the time, create a company, create a business out of your company, okay? Don't just start a cleaning business and buy some equipment and go door to door and then you clean everything and you just working like you some maid or something. You know what I mean? Build into a real business, something that can operate without you, operate even if you break your leg tomorrow and end up in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? Something that will operate and won't take you away from your kids and you can't even go to see their games anymore, okay? Don't be out taking up your whole weekends cleaning accounts all weekend. Yeah, in the beginning you do what you got to do, but at some point you have to have a plan to get yourself from out of that field. And if that means hiring on people and taking a dip and pay for a little while until you build it up, then that's what you got to do. I wasn't ready, quite frankly, financially, to hire on 100% and put an inspector in place and a manager in place before I left Virginia and went to Florida. I couldn't really necessarily afford it financially, but I did it anyway. I said, you know what? On this date, I'm hiring for everybody. I'm going to hire 100%. I'm not going to clean anything. And I'm going to have a system in place for every single problem that can arise. And I'm going to let it handle itself. And I did it. And I figured it out. Like, as far as my personal finances, I just figured it out on my own. I had to do what I had to do during that time to build it back up. And that's what you got to do. You need to set a date and make up your mind. Okay, on this date, I'm done cleaning. It could be 6 months from now. It could be a week from now. It could be whenever. But you got to set that date. And most importantly, you need to stop looking into other niches until you can master the one niche that you have going already, okay? Master that first company and then you get back to those other companies. Shut some shit down, okay? This is AJ Simmons with the Clean Business Network. I thank y'all for waking up with me. I will talk to y'all soon. Thank you.